Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. Today is January 5th. I hope you guys are having a really good day so far. We are now in the new year, okay? Some of you guys may have seen maybe my videos last week that I posted for, New Year's and also for the 2nd. And then also I did a post on my website for the the full moon that was just in Cancer, okay? So the full moon passed in Cancer, I believe it was on Saturday and Sunday, meaning yesterday. So for some of you guys, you may resonate with this message, maybe not, especially if you guys felt the shift within the full moon, that passed on Saturday. Now, the full moon that passed on Saturday talks about, Cancer, right? Cancer is a water sign. So for some of you guys, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to matters of the home, security, family, mother wounds, things of that matter, there could have been things that you guys were healing or, releasing and letting go, even if it was becoming a mother, to yourself, right? Becoming a mother to yourself is a lot of things, meaning, basically having responsibility for yourself, mothering yourself because maybe you never had a mother figure in your life, or, mothering yourself because you never really had anybody around you that was maybe like a feminine energy, to protect or guide you, or, to show you certain things that you were supposed to know. So there could have been a lot of things, especially emotions and things like that, where you guys could have released, you guys could have, let go and starting something brand new, which is the new year, okay? So this year, 2026, we're talking about the year of the horse. The year of the horse talks about speed, agility, power, anything that you can think of, keywords you can think of when it comes to a horse. Horses are very smart, they're very strong, and they're very dedicated in what it is that they're doing, right? So there is something about the energy, especially this year for 2026, where we're moving forward, whatever we released, because, last year was the year of the snake. So whatever we released in the year of the snake, shedding old skin, releasing, letting go, things like that. Now we're in a new year where we may have increments of still letting go and releasing, because even though we are in a new year, the new year really starts in spring. Okay, things grow in the springtime. Things are dead right now. It's snowing where I live, or where you live maybe, but there's something about things that are dead, not having anything to grow from, right? So again, with spring coming in this new year, spring is showing up as starting new things, opportunities, planting new seeds, things like that, okay? So let's jump right into it to see, what messages you guys might need to know for today, for January 5th, okay? So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 5th for 2026? What do they need to know for January 5th, 2026? And for some of you guys, we are still in Capricorn season, which I don't think I made a post on, I think, TikTok or my website about Capricorn season. So I think I might do a post for Capricorn season on my website, just so that you guys probably already know what you guys might need to know, but I might just do a post just to, something that can be read. You can take away something from it. But again, we are in Capricorn season. Aquarius season doesn't come until the middle of this month. So there could be things that you guys are working towards, whether this is a job, a career, yourself, whatever it is that you're putting a lot of hard work and dedication into and being very strategic about. It's showing up in this energy where you guys are building right now, but it's going to pick up momentum in the springtime. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 5th, please? What messages do you have for the collective for January 5th, Spirit? What do they need to know at this time? Spirit, what does the collective need to know for January 5th, please? What messages can you give them for January 5th, 2026? What do they need to know for January 5th? What messages can you give? Whoops. What messages can you give the collective at this time, Spirit, for January 5th? What do they need to know at this time, please? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so what a way to start out, the second week of the year, right? Because again, January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd were only, I believe it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And no, I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and today's the 5th. So I think Thursday, but anyway, basically with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, okay, basically you guys are starting something new. Now, this could be like an emotional awakening for some of you guys that resonate with this. It doesn't necessarily have to be, okay? But whatever this emotional awakening is, again, like I said, with the horse, zodiac, being for 2026, especially when it comes to taking charge, moving forward, and things like that. For some of you guys could feel a new love for your creativity or your pursuits or, things that you like to do, whether this is a hobby, an interest, whatever it is, right? But there is something about a new feeling. Now, this new feeling doesn't have to be romantic. This could be about spirituality. This could be about anything, right? Now, you are in a position right now where you are sharing your goals. Now, you could be collaborating with other people. This could be, a pooling of energy. Now, pooling of energy means that you guys are coming together, you guys are planning, building, basically putting things together so that you guys can manifest what it is that you desire in this lifetime, right? Now, for some of you, this may not resonate when it comes to spirituality. This could be a job, this could be a career, this could be anything, okay? But the message still stands, right? Doesn't matter what you guys are going through or dealing with, the message still stands, right? So there is something about you developing your skills, paying off debts, and even when it comes to your apprenticeships, right? Being able to pull your energy with other people when it comes to spirituality, creativity, and things like that. Now, if we're talking about house placements, 1 in 3 talks about basically your independence, how you show up in the world, how you move forward when it comes to your new beginnings, and also when it comes to money, okay? When it comes to money, how are your work ethics? What are your values, right? Are you able to change your daily routines? And if you are changing your daily routines, is it something that's bringing you comfort, okay? Now, if we're talking about angels, numbers ones and threes, now this is talking about stepping into a new independence when it comes to creativity, expression, and joy, okay? Being able to express yourself. It doesn't matter what type of art you're doing, whether this is drawing, speaking, listening, whatever it is, you are able to express yourself. So now in this new energy of the horse, some of you guys are moving towards basically being able to start something new, but having more confidence in what you're starting brand new, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So if you guys are starting something new, there's almost like this confidence within yourself, right? Now, let's see what else shows up. So Spirit, what else can you tell the collective about this Three of Pentacles energy? What does the collective need to know about this Three of Pentacles energy? What do they need to know at this time, Spirit? And especially right now with the moon cycle that just left in Cancer, okay? If you have water placements, you could have felt it, especially us being in Capricorn season. So some of you may have Mars in Capricorn when it comes to taking action. Maybe the way that you take action could be very grounded at this time, but also being very strategic in how you take action and how you move forward, okay? Mars energy, again, like I said, it talks about, how you put your energy and how you, basically put that energy and move forward with it. So if you have a Aries, Mars, or anything like that, most likely if you have like an Aries, Mars, the way that you take action It could be impulsive. Now, this could work for you and it may not work for you. This depends on the situation. That is why it's good to have discernment, okay? But even when it comes to like the energy, some of you guys are being strategic and grounding yourself when it comes to pooling other energies with you, okay? So, Spirit, clarify Three of Pentacles for the collective. What do they need to know when it comes to Three of Pentacles energy? What does the collective need to know when it comes to Three of Pentacles energy at this time? What can you tell the collective, Spirit, when it comes to the Three of Pentacles? What do they... Thank you. Okay, so the Chariot, and like I said, with Cancer energy being the full moon cycle that just passed on Saturday, this is also giving confirmation and also like a, you know, it's okay to move forward type of, you know, energy, right? So for some of you guys, you may have the Chariot in your chart. You don't necessarily have to have Cancer placements, but there is something about success, being very ambitious. Again, for some of you guys, when it comes to Three of Pentacles, like I said, when it comes to Mars and Capricorn and what the energy may be, there is something about you guys being determined and having a lot of self-control, okay? Self-discipline, right? A lot of focus. So some of you guys could be moving forward when it comes to taking action and movement and what you're focused in at this time. For some of you now, this could be about your relationships, okay? This could be about partnerships, whether this is romantic, personal, business, you know, whatever the case may be. This is talking about what it is that you're willing to nurture and what makes sense to you. So if you do have water placements or you feel like, you know, being more nurturing in what it is that you guys are building or what you guys are moving forward towards, there is something about the energy being successful, okay? So especially with the number 7 now, we're talking about spirituality as well. Some of you guys, this could be about, you know, you having an inner knowing about yourself. This could be about awakening your spiritual gifts. Some of you guys, this could be about trusting in the divine timing, and also when it comes to having clarity, okay? Spirit, what else can you tell the collective at this time for January 5th? Ooh. All right, guys, so with the 9 of Wands now, because you guys could feel like, you know, again, you know that you're going towards success, right? You know that you're being determined at this time with the Chariot showing up in this message, right? Now, for some of you guys, 9 of Wands is very significant, especially with you putting in the work, putting in the perseverance, right? Some of you guys could feel like, you know, you're at your last wits, basically. You're at your last stand, right? And you being at the last stand means that whatever it is that you guys are dealing with, right? Say the energy is really messed up. And I mean messed up. Like, you guys could have been in energies where, you know, like I said, releasing people pleasing, releasing certain things that no longer serves you, right? Now, if you guys were in a messed up situation, whether this was in a living situation, a work situation, a home situation, family, friends, whatever, right? Because again, we're all human. No one is perfect. But having discernment is what allows us to move forward in our day-to-day life, right? Now, some of you guys, when it comes to having a last stand, you guys could feel like you're at your last wits. Now, anytime you feel like you want to give up, that is a sign from the universe that you're actually on the right path, okay? Anytime that you end up in situations now that are very difficult, and I'm not talking about situations that put you in predicaments that, you know, make you feel like, you know, you're gonna talk bad about yourself and talk down on yourself. These are situations that you are supposed to learn your lesson, right, and move forward. Now, for some of you guys could have felt like you were at your last stand, right, with the 9 of Wands. Now, for some of you that resonate with that message, you know, this could be about traveling, okay? This could be about, you know, higher education. This could be about learning. This could be about different cultures, okay? You could feel like there's a near success when it comes to community, right? When it comes to different people. But Spirit is saying that you need to take the time and work and dedication to build what it is that you're trying to build, and before you can move forward. It's almost like buying a house without having a game plan. Okay, you're not going to buy a house without making sure you have the down payment, you have the money to do what it is that you need to do. And not only that, even if you don't have furniture in this new home, it doesn't matter. It's just the whole idea that you're still making movement, you're still putting yourself out there, okay, for changes to come. Okay, now financially, if you can't afford it, no one's saying to put yourself in a situation where, you're going to make yourself financially, depleted, right? You want to make sure that if you're going to do something, it's going to make sense. So for some of you guys, when it comes to, feeling like you were let down in certain situations, there could have been a situation where you have healed and accepted certain things when it comes to your life, okay? We can't all cry over spoiled milk, okay? So even if the milk has spilt, okay, or it's been spoiled, or whatever the case may be, what do you do if you see something that's spoiled or spilled? You either clean it up or you buy a new box. And that is what Spirit is saying to you in this time frame, like in your life, right? You're supposed to be able to go through your trials and tribulations, but also come back 10 times stronger. And that is the whole point of the year of the horse this year, to show you guys how strong you guys are, the determination that you guys have, the drive, the willingness, okay, to move forward into your, whether this is a gift, a hobby, a career, anything that your heart desires, and it gives you, fulfillment, or it fills your purpose, is basically what the universe is trying to get you guys to move towards. Who cares if you have to work a 9 to 5? We all have to work a 9 to 5. We all have to survive. But at the same time, if you don't have a plan to move forward, it will always feel like you're stuck, and it will always feel like you're in stagnancy, okay? And you don't want to feel like that. So Spirit is trying to give you the map, and it's almost like angel numbers are showing up, and it's like, are you going to follow, the clues and hints on the map that Spirit is giving you, or are you going to go at your own speed? Are you going to trust the universe, or are you going to trust yourself? And sometimes trusting yourself, it's good, but having discernment and knowing when to let the universe take over and letting yourself take over is called duality, being able to have balance, okay? So moving forward with the number 5, this is about change, okay? Some of you guys, when it comes to movement and flow with the Chariot, right? Embracing change, embracing new beginnings, embracing new experiences, being adaptable is very significant at this time. We also have the Queen of Wands, okay? So again, like I said, being more confident, being self-assured within yourself. This could be about social dynamics, whether this is a work situation, family, whatever the case may be. But you are somebody who shows up very optimistic and very, charismatic. Okay, whether this is in your love life, your career, or in your finances, there's something about you guys taking leadership. Now, if this is a job, you guys could be moving into something where you guys are taking leadership roles or becoming managers. And also when it comes to changing the dynamics in those systems, okay? Being able to go into those systems and show people, hey, this is right, this is wrong, okay? It doesn't matter about your education. It doesn't matter where you come from. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So you guys could be, breaking down certain systems where they could be used to doing certain things to certain people in a certain way, and you could be going out your way and either breaking those systems just by being your authentic self, whether this is government systems, corporate systems, whatever the case may be, but you just being your authentic self and getting the work done. It's showing people that why be so serious? Right? Especially in a 9 to 5 job. Why be so serious? We know that we have to work. We know that we have to pay our bills. We know that we have to do certain things to survive. But the question is, why? Okay? And some of you guys could be going within. You guys could be, doing a lot of deep diving, soul searching, that when you find out the answers and where you need to go 2026 with the horse energy, you guys are going to take action and move forward. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, same thing I said, introspection, hermit mode. Okay, searching for yourself, ninth house, right? So obviously take what resonates with that. You know, maybe it may resonate with you, maybe not, but the message still stands, right? Okay, so Spirit, what other extra messages do you have for the collective at this time? What other extra messages do you have for the collective at this time, please? What do they need to know? Thank you. So when it comes to your persona, when it comes to who you are, you know, how you're made, how you show up in the world, how you're built, you know, Spirit is saying to keep moving forward and keep being your authentic self, like I said, persona, okay? You have a light within yourself, collective and soul tribe, that no one can take that from you, okay? Money can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy happiness. It can't buy class. It can't buy morals. It can't buy a lot of things, okay? You can buy your education. You can pay for certain things to get ahead, but the universe knows, okay? The universe knows who puts time, dedication, and effort into what it is that they create and what it is that they build, okay? And some of you guys could be seeing a lot of things right now where, you know, in the past where maybe other people were getting their, you know, appreciation and things like that. Now it's your time. It's your turn, okay? So keep being yourself, okay? Keep being who you are. You know, at the end of the day, especially nowadays with technology and the way society keeps moving forward, it's like you can train a robot to do a lot of things, but when it comes to real warmth, human emotions, you can't replicate that. Okay, you can't replicate anything like that. I mean, you can make a robot, you can create things that feel human-like, but nothing beats human companionship, okay? A lot of people may disagree with that, and that's okay, right? A lot of people don't realize that everyone is on a different path on their journey, okay? So what resonates for you may not resonate for somebody else, but at the same time, we all have to be respectful to each other on our journey. Okay, so for some of you guys, when it comes to your persona, Spirit is saying to keep moving forward, continue being who you are. You know, you are who you are, okay? So having gratitude could be very significant at this time. Some of you guys could show a lot of gratitude in your situation, or you guys could be very grateful just in general. No matter where you are in this life, you show up and you show gratitude, okay? Boundaries are very significant at this time. So some of you guys could have your boundaries up at this moment. For some of you guys, this could be about you protecting yourself and having a lot of discernment, okay? For some of you guys could have leveled up your protection. So it could be really hard to get a hold of you at this time when it comes to, you know, people, places, things. This could be even family, okay? Yeah, take the leap. So again, boundaries, taking the leap, having that leap of faith that, you know, everything will be okay. Having boundaries for not just yourself, but the situation, so that what is disrespectful to you will no longer show up in your energy, okay? Synchronicities also wanted to show up, okay? So you guys could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities, especially when it comes to, you know, your inner child. Tapping more into your inner child could be very significant as well. Okay, being close to your inner child may resonate for some of you now when it comes to exploring, being more playful, you know, being very curious as well, because kids are curious when they learn new things. And that could be very significant for some of you guys when it comes to that, right? You know, being able to tap into those things and not be ashamed of that, okay? So we also have intuition. That's very significant. Some of you guys, your intuition is heightening. For some of you guys, maybe you guys are going through an awakening, but again, your intuition is also connected to your creativity, okay? So there's something about an aha moment, like a light bulb going off. Lights flickering could also be very significant when it comes to you guys seeing paranormal activities and things like that. The color purple may resonate when it comes to crown chakra energy, and basically what you know. Okay, some of you guys could be cleansing at this time and releasing. Success at the bottom of the deck as well. Okay, so again, you guys are cleansing and moving forward into new beginnings so that success can follow you or success can come towards you. But it doesn't matter what you guys do. Once you start tapping into your creativity and start, you know, being more comfortable and feeling more comfortable who you are as an individual, it starts to show up in that energy as well. Okay, some of you guys may start to see it more or notice it more. Okay. So Spirit, what other messages do you have? Thank you. Yeah, so when I saw the Hermit mode at the bottom of the deck, there's something about you guys reflecting. Okay, 666 could be very significant at this time, but you guys could be reflecting on a lot of things right now. This could be about family, love, and also healing relationships. Some of you guys could heal certain relationships, and also when it comes to responsibilities, right? When it's especially responsibilities being guided by love, and also when it comes to heart-centered leadership. Now, some of you guys could be creating new bonds with people. Now, these new bonds could be anything. This could be you creating bonds with people, whether this is a job, a friendship, a community of people, just basically anything to do with opening up your heart chakra so that other people can feel what you feel, right? In a very positive way, especially if you do work like this. Okay, so self-love at the bottom of the deck could resonate for some of you guys. And then we also have abundance as well. So some of you guys could be stepping into your abundances when it comes to your intuition and creativity. Some of you guys could be creating something new, so listening to your intuition so that you can create these new opportunities for yourself. But Spirit is saying that you're being supported at this time. You are being guided at this time, and it is safe for you to move forward in this beginning. It is safe for you to move forward in building something that is very constructive for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, guys, but please take what resonates with you. I didn't do any charms because I wanted to do like a straight reading, get down to the nitty-gritty. You might see the charms in some of my readings, but I'm kind of like going in and out where I'll use some of the charms and sometimes I won't. But in this message, I didn't. So obviously, please take what resonates with you whenever you see this video, and I will see you guys next time. All right, guys? And again, I hope you guys had a great new year so far, and we are starting out new, starting out fresh. So whatever was in the past, let it be in the past, and let's move forward, guys. And I hope you guys are ready as well for this new beginning, because it's going to be very fun, okay, this year. From what I feel. All right, guys? But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for the love and the support, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.